Hey, everybody, and welcome to our Wednesday Jam session, the Demand Channel podcast, where we talk about ways that you can improve your hotel's revenues this year with real simple marketing ideas. Easy to implement, easy to see results, and easy to create a competitive advantage. So, as always, I'm here with Philippe Machaz from Guest Centric. How's La Jolla today?
La Jolla is beautiful. So beautiful weather today. So feels like going to the beach.
Excellent. And you got up to some yoga
Yeah.
a little earlier on the rooftop with beautiful girls. All good stuff. So we're talking here about something that's very unique that really no one else is really doing, but it's a great competitive advantage. And what it is using your booking engine and putting it on a meeting planner's website for their special event, let's say a wedding or something like that. And this booking engine is separate from your regular booking engine so that you can control the inventory really well. You can see the pickup, you can see the group block filling out, and this kind of helps eliminate a lot of the wash problems that so many hotels have, and the chasing after attendance problems that so many meeting planners have. Can you tell us a little bit more about this idea?
Sure. So we developed when we first developed our booking engine, we thought that it's kind of like a waste of resources just using the booking engine at your website. So we decided to expand a little bit the technology and to create a mechanism that very easily, as an hotel, you can create multiple booking engines where you can place in different websites, different platforms, different social media platforms. And I think the meeting planners are a great example. We can discuss other examples like the activities and other affiliates, but meeting planners. And I've had a couple of clients that had challenges, right, with the hotel, getting the real-time rates and availability, competing with the OTAs, right, because it's always a pain, right? So if I'm a meeting planner, I want to make sure I have my rate it's better than Booking.com, and the pace at the hotel is so fast that sometimes it's difficult to, because you go down on the rate because the hotel next door is going down or occupancy levels are down, suddenly you have to inform everyone that you changed the rate. So you can create some difficult situations there. So that's one of the reasons why I think this could be really powerful, because we are empowering the meeting planners, and they should be seen as salespeople, right? So we are empowering the salespeople with tools that will give them an edge, that will give them real-time rates availability, and we know that we are doing a good job giving them the right price. Okay? And I think go ahead.
Oh, I think you hit on something really interesting. It's that the convenience that the OTAs have, it's convenience, and yes, it's a better price, like you mentioned. So we know that people are booking off the block more and more and more these days with group business. So convenience and better price are two of the main reasons they're doing this. You are empowering the meeting planner to have both of those tools in their toolkit so that they can compete.
Sure.
I like that.
Another point that I really like about this functionality is that you are creating a very strong relationship with the meeting planner, right? Because they don't have these tools with every hotel. So if you are the first one to connect, most probably they'll bring business, because it's really convenient. It's super easy to set up. You know that the price is right. Do you understand? So I think it's that's obviously a win-win situation for the hotel. Okay, so it's being an hotel, I'll have more tools to give to meeting planners. So obviously they'll go and like to work with me, and I think that's also a very interesting point. there's also the fact that I've seen, and I've talked with multiple clients, work with groups or with specific retreats, or I don't know, specific, and sometimes it's not about getting the booking, it's about getting all the details of the clients, and even getting the credit cards, and because sometimes obviously, if you want to be part of a group, you say, yes, okay, I want to attend that specific event. But you need to provide all your data. You need to provide your credit card, right? Because if you don't show up, most probably you have to pay a penalty. And if the hotel doesn't get that information, it's, I don't know, it's almost impossible for you. You understand? It's a pain just to get that information. Call the client. Sorry, you didn't. Do you understand? So if everything is done through a booking engine, all the data will be there, so you can enforce your cancellation policies very quickly. Okay, so I think that's like the bottom line. That's super convenient data. There's not a lot of data handling, no emails back and forth with details, credit cards, bank accounts. Everything is in the same place. And then obviously if you somehow try to enforce your meeting planners to use this, you can actually monitor their performance on a dashboard, and I think that could be also really powerful.
Okay. Right. So usually the problem is dealing with the problem via email, and that disconnect between the hotel and the meeting planner. By being able to see the production on the dashboard, you could call them 2 days before the event and say, hey, I think you need to whip these people into shape. She can do that, he can do that, or the system can do that, because what you have in your booking engine is the shopping cart abandonment.
Sure.
So even if somebody visits the booking engine but doesn't book, the system is still going to grab their email address and kind of give them a couple prods, right, so that they can make sure that they're in the system. So that's great. I love it. I love the idea of capturing a meeting planner, making her your best friend, and giving her or him convenience that they've never had before, because that helps your hotel stand out. Can you show us an example of how this would all work?
Sure, definitely. So let me share my screen here. So let me first remove my, sorry, I want to make sure I get this right. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. And now you should see the back office of a test account here. Okay.
Looks good. Yep, I see it.
Okay. And here you see the, so this is the performance analysis. So depending on the hotel, and I have something here called, so we can actually look at the performance, right? So for instance, I've done an example here, and here you see that I have a booking engine just for Apple, just an example, right? Apple computers. So, and there was actually one reservation coming from this this specific location. So this is just an example. Okay. So how can I do this? So let's say I'm the hotel, and I want to send the meeting planner a link for something that I'm setting up with the meeting planner, and it's a wedding. And I created a special rate. Okay, so this is the special rate, Philippe and Philippe wedding. It's my wedding, and my wedding will be, let's say, in May 24th, and there's a minimum stay of 2 nights. So I'll push here 2 nights, and I create the link. Okay, when I send this to the meeting planner, okay, so she can distribute on her network, on her email, or whatever. And if a guest, right, see and clicks this this link, you will see the Philippe and Philippe wedding. Do you understand? So very easily they can see other offers. We can remove this option here if needed, but they can, I don't know, let's say that you are attending the wedding, you just click book. Sorry, what's going on here? My computer is slow with all these programs. Give me a second. I don't know why my internet connection. Yeah, the streaming takes time of resources. I don't know why. It looks like my computer is locked. Give me a second. So
no, the streaming takes a lot of bandwidth.
So I'm just starting again. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I have the days selected. So the days that I selected there, I click book mm-hmm. now. I'll put here the name. So my name. So I'm using my name there. I put payment mm-hmm. at the hotel, so I don't have to deal with payment. Obviously, most of the hotels, they use a credit card. This is just for test purposes. And mm-hmm. then I'll accept the terms and conditions, and I click book. Obviously, and this is interesting. So now you'll see that after managing or completing the booking, I can offer, we could do something really special for this mm-hmm. occasion, right? So we could have add-ons that are tied with this specific promotion. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So let's say that part of the weekend, there's, I don't know, some kind of activity or a small little concert or whatever that needs to be paid. You can actually mm-hmm. sell through this. So it's a little bit it's more than just the accommodation. You can push a little bit trying to sell some add-ons to make things more fun. And then you have the email, the confirmation email, confirmation email. You'll receive an email. But now, as an hotel, I go to my system and I see that I just received a guest that booked for this specific wedding. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think this is what's important. And then we can actually go and see here on our dashboard, we call this a promotion, even though it's something very special, but we call it a promotion. And here we see that in I think it was May, right? So May. Yeah. In May, per stay date, I received a booking for this person for 2 nights. Mm-hmm. So for this specific, so that's kind of like, obviously you will see this filling up. Do you understand? And you can have an allotment. There's different options there. So that's the way it works. And I think it could be really powerful, especially if you are in a place with a lot of events, if you are a boutique hotel with a lot of weddings. So there's a lot of little things that you could do that it could make you different from most of the other hotels.
Yeah, it's almost like how PayPal has made commerce so much easier for so many stores. Just because they can send a link, do the transaction over the link, and that's finished, right? Otherwise, in this case, that meeting planner is going to have to send emails and sure. have to task the grandma with gathering everybody and making
exactly.
sure that they book on time, and people who said they were going to go but they didn't end up going. It creates a lot of mess, right?
And there's email templates, nice. There's PDFs associated with the email templates, so you can push specific PDFs into mm-hmm. the email templates with the instructions for the wedding or the surprises that you are, or awesome. So you can do different things. And I think one of the beauties of this is that obviously you can connect this with the PMS, you can connect this with your channel manager. But mm-hmm. If you want just to test, right, you could be completely independent, right? So you can always create that allotment and use this as a tool to give to the meeting planners. Do you understand? So you can run an hotel with 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 rooms. Do you understand? And have multiple meeting planners who use this platform. And you could be a brand, right? You could be an Hyatt or a Marriott. You understand? So it doesn't require you to change your platform, right? Your booking engine at your website. So it's
a key point. Yeah, it's not telling the Wyndham to get rid of the Wyndham booking engine. This is a specific tool for the meeting planners, for for the group sales team. You're right.
Exactly, and it could be something that they will use on their own marketing. Do you understand? It's not related with the brand, and obviously they don't have to pay the commissions that normally they pay through the brand. Do you understand? So there's a lot of benefits out of that, because if you and this will have a fixed fee price. Do you understand? And our price depends on the number of rooms, so we try to be fair there. So I think it could be really, really interesting to be used as kind of like a sniper tool, right? So we've talked about, like, the example, when you go to war, you don't just bring a machine gun, right? You need to bring all your bombers and drones and
yeah.
So this is the same example. You are trying to fight, right? You are in the marketplace trying to get your bookings. So you just have a pistol, right? You're not going to go far. You need to adapt and get more tools.
And I agree with the tools analogy, but there's another thing I want to mention, is that we all know the hospitality industry is a very small place, and people talk and people network, and by creating more convenience for one meeting planner for their wedding event, they're going to talk to other meeting planners, and they're going to tell their friends about that extra level of convenience. So I agree, it's an extra tool, it's an extra machine, it's a sniper rifle, but it's also kind of this networking effect that it's not physical, it's not technical, but I think it's really powerful in the hospitality industry.
Sure.
Do you have any last words you want to talk about this approach?
Not really. I'm always willing to work with hotels and test different approaches. So if you are listening to this podcast, and if you have some ideas, just connect with me. My email is philippe@guestcentric.com. You can get it through the show notes. But I'm really interested in develop this concept that it could be super powerful, right? So because people are relying on just the website, and I think the nowadays you have so many different platforms, and everyone is just trying to bring that direct business, and this could be really powerful. And it's super quick to deploy, right? So in a day, I could deploy 1, 2, 3. Do you understand? So in one day, if you call me, you sign up, and I can set you go in 1 day, 2 days max. Do you understand? So I think, and sometimes the website has more complexity, because you need to make sure you have parity and you are connected and you have the same room types. But sometimes meeting planners kind of like, they just go for the standard room. So it's not, you don't really need to show all the room types of the hotel. So it's a much simpler setup. Just for obvious reasons, right? Or here you can even maybe add a little bit more complexity if you want to have that edge. But if you want to really keep things simple, I don't know. It could be a matter of in 1 hour I can set you up a new booking engine, and then you can go hunting, right? So I think that's those are my final words, and so we are trying to make this a tool that's available for everyone. So it's the price point. It's not expensive at all, and better. And you can even monitor this on Google Analytics. You understand? So if you want, if you have your booking engine pushing all the e-commerce statistics into Google Analytics, you can also push this, because we connect with Google Analytics. I think we are a little bit over time, but it was a good one, I think.
I love this idea, and I want to see some case studies out of this, because the whole thing is about creating success for others and helping to spread better ways of marketing. So yeah, I encourage everybody to get in touch with Philippe, even though he's a VP. He's still very open to connecting with people and talking with them personally. I always enjoy talking with you, and really thanks again for your time today, Philippe.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.